Hello, hello.
Hello. How are you?
And you?
Very well, thank you.
Good, huh, Teresa? How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Okay, I'm just going to remind everybody to log on quickly. Hey, nice. Still see quite a lot of names missing here. Let me just go and remind everybody to log on. Here we go. Here we've got some more coming in. Okay, everybody. Well, happy Tuesday to you all. Can you believe that we are nearly at the 1st of November? I mean, is that even like real? No, hey, it's something else. All right, everyone. So while we're waiting for a few people to log in, because I can see there's quite a lot sending me messages, they're coming. So let's all go into the chat box and let me hear from you all. Give me, hi, Jenny. How awesome. How are you, darling?
Hello.
How are you doing?
She's breaking up here.
Am I breaking up? Oh,
That's fun. We've said her. Yeah.
cool. Okay, so everybody into the chat box and just give me a little, or each other, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? What's happening on your side of the world? Let's hear one word, anything, just to say how you're feeling. Also, maybe where you're from, because I see we have some internationals on the call today. So let's go for it, everybody. How are you, Kim? Nice to have you with. Okay, everyone, let's hear in the chat box. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? Bridget, oh, so nice to have you with us. You always here, Bridget. I'm so very proud of you. Sumari, also stunning to have you with. Feeling excited. Nice. Nicola, also another name. Love to see that name. She's excited, feeling good and excited to learn a few more ideas. Good. Aurora's here from Portugal. Mwah, amazing. Okay, busy with her 2024 budget. Okay, good. Bianca from Rosemary Hills. So nice to have you with us. Very excited. Knox, expectant. Goody good. Countdown to Christmas, 62 days. Not one word, I don't mind. You can put as many words as you like. All good. You counting the days. I'm still on weeks, Teresa. So she's on the days. That's even more hardcore. I love it. Okay. Kim from Hillcrest KZN, from Kimea. Nice. What's your word, Kim? How are you feeling? Let us know. Okay, who else? Who else, everyone? Come, let's get some more. And I'm going to start sharing my screen for you all, excited and willing to learn. Divine. Absolutely divine. All righty. Let me share my screen. Hold on one sec. I need to find it on the side. Fahim is busy joining. How awesome. Cool. All righty. I'll tell you when I've shared screen, and then you can maybe say to me, okay, are you able to see my presentation, everyone? Thumbs up? Yes? Great. Superb. All right, let me just make sure that I've got my eye on this box here to check that I can see when people are coming in. Okay, super. All right, everyone, let's get cracking. There are still some people joining, but we do need to get started. So I'm going to take about 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes of your time today. And what we are going to discuss is I'm going to give you pretty much a guaranteed 6 steps to doubling your targets this festive season. Okay. And here comes somebody. Let me just let them in. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get cracking with this today. And the first thing I want to ask you all is I do want the call to be quite interactive as usual, as it goes with these with these coaching calls, because that's the whole idea here. So everybody, you're in a safe space. You know my motto, sharing is caring. And don't be shy to share, because that's what actually we're here for. There's zero judgment, whether it's rands or euros or US dollars. That's what today's call is for. I want you to leave here with a plan in place, and I want you to leave feeling that your mindset is ready to double that target. Okay. All right. What do you see in front of you? What does this signify to you? This picture, what does it tell you? And Karen, you're not allowed to answer. Let's see. What does this picture? Okay, Teresa's saying time to listen. Okay. It's interesting, everybody's like depiction of what they, what they interpret this to be. It's quite funny. Okay, Aurora says alert. Nicola, reach far and wide with your information. Kim, broadcast. Sumeri, sound. Fahima, welcome, my darling. Alert and listen up. And Bridget says shout out. Okay, so to some extent, everybody is sort of right, but the significance of this word is really big. Why? Because it is our word of the year. And we only have 2 months, everybody, left to embrace this word, because then I'm going to find us a new word to live by in 2024. So I'll remember, for those of you who have been members of Spa Professionals Guild for this year, you would know that every year we choose a word that we are going to embrace and focus every effort that we do around that word. So today, well done, Danae. Today, what we're going to do is look at ways, and I say the word double the target, but amplify is beautiful to signify what we're doing here. We're going to look for ways to amplify our targets. Okay. Sound good, everyone? All right. So the only thing that I ask of you, those of you who have been before, you know what happens now is I don't move on until I get the word deal in the chat box. I would like you all to commit to putting your phones on silent, locking that door so that your children don't come in. Whatever it is that you have to do, I'm asking only for 35 minutes of absolute focused attention. Okay, do we have a deal? Oh, everybody knows, hey? They're super quick to this deal. Lekker. Nice. Karen's double deal. Yo. Okie dokes. Right. Let me let Kalia in. All right. So everyone, welcome to the biggest spend event of the year. And this, by the way, so I want you to get your head around this. Oh, Sarieta, sorry, I'm calling you Danae, but it is, I know it's you. Sorry, you joined on Danae's profile. So this biggest spend event of the year is global. It's not a South African thing or a US or a Portugal thing. This is a global, highest, biggest spend event of the year. So why is that important and relevant to us? Because the point is that if it's the biggest spend event of the year on a global scale, I want to ask you the question, is it your biggest spend event of the year in your business? Okay, you don't have to answer that. If it is not, that's where today becomes important. Because why, think about it, why should the festive season, and it's not just Christmas, but why should the festive season be the biggest spend event globally and not in your own business? It means either you don't want it to be the biggest spend event, or you're not sure how to make it the biggest spend event. So if you don't want it to be the biggest spend event, let's say you close your business over that period because that's just not your clientele. Well, that's great. Okay. But I'm sure all of you on this chat, you wouldn't be here today if you didn't want to double your targets for this festive season. So, yep, Christmas is loading. My question to you, and I'm hoping that your answer is sort of ready, but tapping into what you have to tell us today to get us super ready, okay? But the question really for me to you is, are you ready? So let me just hear quickly before I start. How many of you feel that you are ready? How many of you feel you've got everything in place? You are ready to double those targets. Remember, everyone, I told you safe space, eh? So the only way I can help you is by getting as much input as I possibly can from all of you. Okay, so Teresa, so 50%, right? So you're on the way there. Good. Okay, anybody else who would say preparing, 75% ready, not yet ready? Okay, good. All right, brilliant. I was hoping you'd all say that. What would be nice is for me to see somebody say, yes, I am totally ready. Okay, great. Nicola says she's totally ready. Now, what I'd like to know from you, Nicola, after our call is, are you going to change course after today's meeting? And is there anything that I've given you that you feel you need to implement into this plan that you've already done and created? Okay, which is awesome because 50 to 75 to 80% of your job is already done. Okay, so the goal with today's call is that whatever it is that you have set as a target, that you double it. Okay, that's the goal with today's call. And how you're going to do that. So here we go, everyone. Let me take you through your steps. So step one is to plan. Now, you're probably looking at this and thinking, oh my gosh, I mean, that is ridiculous. Of course, I'm going to plan. I'm going to show you a plan now that I would like you either to photograph. Remember, you get access to the recording of this. But I'm going to show you a plan, and I want you to tell me if your plan matches my plan. Okay, because the kind of planning that I want you to do is not, I'd like to get double my target. Okay, yes, we all want that, but this is the kind of detail I want to see, all right? Before I show you that, what I need you to get your head around before I even share the plan with you is your mindset. Okay, if your mindset is in a if and try place, if and try, okay, two words that I actually despise. The word if I double my target, if we do well this Christmas, if we manage to sell our Christmas boxes, if I get this on time. Okay, that word if is pathetic. We need to get rid of it. And the other pathetic word is try. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and put this in place. So I need you all to take your mindset from if and try land and put it into do land. Okay, so we're not going to try today, and we're not going to say if we do it. We're going to say we are going to do it, right? Okay, so here's the plan, by the way. This is the kind of detail that your plan needs to have. And I'm going to discuss line by line with you. You're welcome to take pictures so that you can implement a plan like this. First of all, we're talking about a period, okay? The period is 8 weeks from the 24th of October to the 24th of December. We are setting a specific time frame to double that target. We are not just saying, oh, this year end. What does that mean? Is it 20 days? Is it 40 days? So you need to put an exact time frame in place. Number two, you need to give yourself that double target. So let's say my target for that period was 600,000, whatever that is, US dollars, euros, whatever. I'm not putting currencies to this, right? But let's say your target for the 8 weeks is 600. We are multiplying that by 2. because remember, we want to double our targets. So our target essentially becomes 1.2 million. Okay. What does 1.2 million mean? Still doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean I have a plan. I'm saying I want to reach it, but there's no plan in place. We break it down. We say, right, we've got 8 weeks. We divide the weeks by the 1.2, gives us 150,000 per week. Okay. Then we take that per week and we say, right, we're open 7 days a week. We're going to take that and divide it by days. Then we get to 21,500 per day. Then we say, okay, we have 6 therapists. Let's say on an average shift over those 7 days, there's always 6 people on duty. That means that each therapist per day needs to do 3,583. Can you see now how I'm breaking it down to per therapist on duty? Okay. There's something else that you can do here is you can make the business, because I've got some other ideas to share with you here today, because it's not only your therapists that are going to contribute towards this double target. There's other things that are going to. You could make a 7th or an 8th therapist be the business endeavors and efforts. So the business has a target itself as well. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. Now, let's say currently your average docket is 700. So this is an important number that you need to look at. Very important, by the way, because this number is what's going to determine this double. If your average docket is 700, there's 2 ways to plan here. Plan A, and I would have both plans in place, right? Both of them. There's a plan A and a plan B in place. Plan A is that I get 5 clients per day and they each spend 700, which is my average docket. That gets me to my targets. Okay. Now, plan B is I upsell, not if I upsell. I upsell 200 to each docket, to each customer, 200, which is nothing, plus 1 product to each client. Again, I'm sorry to say, but that's nothing in the biggest spend event of the year. I'm just trying to make you see how such a little tweak can make your numbers skyrocket. And that gives us 1,200 average docket now. So we've gone from a 700 spend to 1,200 spend. And that means that my plan B is 3 clients a day. I'm sure that between now and the 24th of December, your business is getting 3 clients per day. Okay. So the great part of this is, let's say you have got 5 clients, that you've got a bit of leeway room in case those clients really don't want to spend more money. So this is the type of plan that you need to sit down and do. It needs to be this specific, right? Now, this plan becomes useless, by the way, if you don't share it. And sharing is caring in this instance is not with me, because I'm not the one that is going to bring in that revenue for you, but with your team. You cannot expect everybody to be in the same mindset and chasing the same number if they're not part of the plan. So I want to quickly explain this like a troop going into war. They don't just go in and everybody willy-nilly do what they want. They sit and they have a game plan prior to their attack. They know if I go here, you go there. They've got signals to give each other in case the plan doesn't go according to plan. Now, that is the type of planning that you need to do with your team. And I don't want you all to say, oh my gosh, but I don't have time for this. You need 30 minutes. You need an hour. You need an hour to sit down and not have a staff meeting. This is a brainstorming mission meeting. And what is our mission? We are going to double our targets. So everybody knows this meeting today is not a staff meeting. It's a double our target mission meeting. So everybody's in the same mindset and frame of mind. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? So the important part here, we're still on step 1, is you get your staff's buy-in and you get it now. You don't wait for a week's time, okay? Because remember, I've calculated these 8 weeks from today. Everybody wants more money at Christmas time. Everybody does. So this actually is a win-win for everyone. It's a win for your business and it's a win for your team because they're also chasing more money for gifts. Okay. So that's step 1, everyone. Done. All right. Step 2. And the great part, or great and not great, is none of these steps work without the others in place, by the way. So this needs to be a holistic 6-step method, not I'll do step 1 and step 4, but you leave out step 2 and step 3. Sorry, but it's going to fall flat. They each rely on each other. Okay. Number 2, if you want people to spend more, you have to create the environment for them to buy more, correct? Okay. You can't expect them just to spend when you haven't enticed them and you haven't created a buying environment. So I'm going to give you some tips to creating a buying environment, because it's not only, by the way, I know you're all immediately thinking, yeah, she's going to tell us about stock. She's going to tell us about stock. I am, but that's one of my little points I'm going to tell you about, because a buying environment is a lot more than just stock. Number 1, you have to get the festive season going. Okay. So the first thing that you have to do with getting the festive season going is you've got to get everybody in that frame of mind. Okay. So that means you've got to get the glasses. I've got quite a few things. Let me show you. I love my Christmas decor, guys. Check here. Okay, so now when somebody arrives at your business, that looks pretty distracting. But anyway, doesn't it feel Christmas? Doesn't it make you feel happy? Doesn't it give you that ooh la la? Okay, now you need to create that in your business. So take the glasses off because they're a bit distracting. Last year, I had a client from Windhoek. I see she's not online today. I was hoping she would be in Namibia. And she had these aprons made with and she had her name, and underneath, instead of grandma's little helper, she was your skin's helper. So that is super cute, and that's what they wore on top of their uniforms. All her and her team wore these little Christmas aprons and their Alice bands and whatever. So you've got to get the festive season going. It's in I'm showing you some ideas here. It's in the nails. We on and on about therapists to have all these neat, tidy nails. Christmas time, we want to create a buying environment. Get the Christmas nails onto them. Get the Alice bands and the decor going. You've got to visually stimulate the buying senses. Okay. And it's not just about what your salon looks like, because I know all of you are going to focus on decor, and I am going to talk about it now. But what do your people look like? Do they look and feel festive too? Okay, then make sure that you get with the program with the festivities. One thing I love, and a few people have done this and it's worked like a bomb, is instead of creating a traditional Christmas tree, they've created a product and item Christmas tree, which is pretty cool, right? You get your suppliers involved here, and you have your stock that you're selling or your vouchers or whatever it is on the tree, and as you sell it, you go and you pick it off the tree. So it's a whole vibe that is going in there. Okay, this is quite awesome too, is again, this creates the buying environment, and also, by the way, it gives you free marketing, because if you create something like this, the clients are going to take pictures. Absolutely, they will want to take a photo. So I don't want you to look at this and go, oh my gosh, what effort. You don't have to go to major effort. Get a little bit creative. But I would recommend that you do a Christmas selfie wall, okay? Now, there's one thing missing on these selfie walls, and a very important thing. Teresa knows what it is, so don't say it, Teresa, because I know you know. There's a very important thing missing on these selfie walls, and I'm going to show you because the next slide does have it on it. Okay, Can you see what the difference is, everyone? Okay, the difference between all these selfie walls that you've seen here is the business's branding. So please, everyone, I know, let me take you back. These look gorgeous. But if I sit in that and I take a photo, how do people know where I am? There's zero advertising for my business. So something as simple as what Blue Escape has done, very cleverly, by the way, put a swing there. Everyone wants to sit on a swing. And by the way, this is minimal effort selfie wall. It's a swing, wallpaper, and a sign. Finished. Boom. Done. Okay. I love Christmas stuff, hats. And I mean, I've got a desk full of hats here. So I think, and I would love, like, for example, on that swing, to have a whole lot of Christmas props that the clients can dress themselves with, and maybe some sayings. These paddle boards that are super easy and inexpensive to put together with some Christmas sayings, quotes. That's also super cool to do. Okay. Alrighty. Create a section for gifting, which leads me to my next point, that if you don't have it, they can't buy it. Okay, so yes, now is the time when Marisa reaches her stock lecture. If you have 3 boxes on the shelf, how many boxes can you sell? 3. Okay. If you have 50 boxes on the shelf, how many boxes can you sell? 50. Simple, right? I'm really not good at numbers, but that number I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. Here comes the problem. We all live in if and try land when it comes to this Christmas stock. And I'll tell you why. I know it because I'm in your businesses all day long, is you all say, what if I don't sell it? There's your first problem. The if word. Or we're going to try and sell it. Next problem. Okay, if you create the buying environment and you stock it up full and everybody has their targets, there's no reason, there's no living in if land. It happens. It really does happen. Okay. So if you don't have it, they can't buy it. And then again, I'm still on the same point. I haven't moved on from the creating the buying environment point, is offer a wrapping service. People are done with wrapping their own gifts. Done. They actually hate it. And in fact, I'm no different to everybody else because I see it with my own friends. They look for gifts that come wrapped already. Okay, well, what can I buy that already has a tag, because we know now we've got to organize 50 gifts. That means 50 wrappings. Okay, so there you go. Teresa, I only go to places, same as me, where I know that they can wrap them and I want the tag. I just really want to put my little message on it. And in fact, I don't even want to do that. So I've had stickers printed for our family. That's a nice little saying. I take the sticker, boom, plank it on because the time, and not only that, the energy that it takes, I'd rather spend time with my friends having fun, right? Okay. All right, everyone. So I'm going to go back before I go to step 3. So now we've got step 1, plan, detailed, share it with your team, everyone on the same page. Step 2, create your buying environment, meaning outfits, nails, props, selfie walls, plus stock and lots of it, because if you don't have it, you won't sell it. Okay. And then help that stock to sell through. How? By making it look gorgeous and by offering a gift wrapping service. Okay. You have all of that in place for your clients. They're not going to go anywhere else to buy their stuff. Okay. Right. Step 3, extend your working hours. It's pretty simple. People at this point in time are working later, or they're going to events right now. A lot of eventing is taking place. So they don't have the time that they had in the day to be able to go to their treatments or on the weekend. So you may, and I'm not saying do this every single day, but the longer you extend your working hours, the more the revenue you're going to make, right? It's that simple. So you may want to consider just for the next few weeks to say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, extended working hours. And by the way, we're going to open on a Sunday just for this period. Okay. Again, by the way, everyone, don't live in if land. Don't say, what if I don't get the bookings? Don't live there, because if that's where you start the process, well, that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract, well, what if I don't get the bookings? You're going to attract the not getting the bookings. Okay, step 4. I love step 4 because it's so easy. Is upsell each and every single treatment. And this is super easy. Super, super easy. Let me ask you a question. How many of you on this call, and be brutally honest, have been to a restaurant and you've never bought an upsell from a restaurant? So in other words, where the waiter will come to you and he'll say, okay, I'm ordering a steak, and then they'll offer you, would you like a side of veg? Would you like a sauce or a drink? Would you like this? How many of you have never, ever? In other words, you go, what you wanted is what you order, and you don't deviate from it. I shouldn't get a lot of yeses. I shouldn't get a lot of people saying, I have never bought an upsell at a restaurant. And why? Because the food industry is absolutely hit the nail on the head when it comes to upselling. They really have. Their training is automated. So their employees who come to them for training, they have to learn the menu first. But the second thing that comes out of their mouth is they have to upsell to every single client. And it's quite funny that I'm not a fast food buyer at all. So, and if I ever do go, it's for my kids. And the first thing the people will go, okay, would you like to make it a large? Would you like to upsize it? No. Would you like to add some fries? No. Would you like to have an ice cream? No. And I've got my kids in the car, and what do they say? Mom, that's not nice. I think we should get some fries. Okay, let's have the fries. And wham, bam, the upsell's done. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Now, your team cannot upsell if you do not give them the tools and the things to upsell with. Remember, once they become trained in this upsell mode or method, believe you me, it starts to come automatic. But if you haven't trained your staff on upselling, they're not going to know really how to do it. So and if it helps you, by the way, when I introduce upsells to a business for the first time, I create a little upsell menu. And for Christmas or for this festive season, it's quite cute to create a festive season upsell menu. And you can call it the Jolly Upsells, or, there's so many cute names that you can give it. All right. Here's an idea for you to help you with the upsells. Is you could run a Christmas stocking campaign. So you buy some stockings, inexpensive ones, and inside the stocking, and this is where you need your brand partners to come to the party with you and to help you through this. And I promise you, all you need to do is ask. You're not going to get the word no, but if you don't ask, nobody's going to volunteer this for you. But this helps you to upsell more than one item, by the way. So it's not, yes, I booked a massage, okay, and somebody upsold me massage cups. No, this is for 2 upsells. So this entices your client to, if I take a back exfoliation and the cups add on to my massage, I get to choose a Christmas stocking. And the Christmas stocking will either contain a free product, a little mystery prize, or it will contain a voucher. Okay, vouchers are excellent to put in here because it guarantees that your clients come back. Okay, and your voucher, by the way, mustn't be a voucher for the festive season. It must be a new year, back to work, come and do your your eyebrows and underarm wax grooming services at us complimentary. So you've got to be very careful what you put on that voucher. Okay. I'm happy to help you with some ideas if you need them. Just reach out to me. All right, we reach step number 5. We're nearly there. Okay. Now this on its own, by the way, can contribute to 50, yes, I mean it, 50% of that double your target can come from this on its own. If you have an online gift voucher strategy, and let's say you don't have your online gift voucher strategy, you can partner with an online. So I'm going to show you the one that's in South Africa. So I don't know in Portugal, Aurora, sorry, my sweetheart, I don't know of anybody in Portugal, but there has to be somebody who does this. In South Africa, the one that I know of, I'm sure there is more as well, is called Shop Spa. They actually specifically and only focus on online gift voucher sales for the spa industry, for nothing else. That is their line of business, okay? And I can tell you, with the spas that I've worked with in the last 5 years, closely on doubling season targets, that we get about 50% of that double of the target from online gift vouchers on their own. Okay, so this is definitely something to think about. And by the way, if you have your own online gift voucher capability, because some of you are running e-commerce sites, which is wonderful, do it yourself and partner with somebody to do it, because now you're opening up that revenue stream and that ability to get far more vouchers sold online. The best part of these online gift vouchers is that it doesn't take a lot of work, right? And remember, I said to you, when you do your planning, you can add the business on as another therapist for the revenue stream as well, for the target. This online gift voucher can be the extra therapist, okay? All right, and then number 6. Now, remember I said to you one doesn't work with the other. So yeah, you can plan till you're blue in your face. You can give your team outfits. You can buy stock till there's no tomorrow. You can drive online gift vouchers. You can open for longer hours to extend your operating hours. All of that, well, the gift voucher one's not affected by this. But all of those others, if you do not have a big fat carrot to dangle for your team, your system or your plan, it will work, but it won't work as well as if there's something in it for them too. And I like to tailor make this. I've put cash in here. But you know what? I sit with the team members and I go, if the one needs a bed, let's say she needs a new bed, a new mattress. Well, then that's her dangle. That's her dangle. I'll sit with her and with each one of them. And by the way, you can't say, oh, there's too many therapists to meet with. If there's 10, it's 10 little quick meetings of 15 minutes each to say, what do you need? What do you really want for Christmas? Okay, you want a new mattress for Christmas. Well, if you do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to buy you that mattress. Okay, but there needs to be something, a nice big fat carrot. And here's the example that I'm giving. If you want people to chase for something as hard as you are willing to chase for it, you need to put things in place. I've also got here a therapist daily competition. This doesn't need to be complicated, by the way. We do it in all the spas we work with. We arrive in the morning with a big packet of crisps and we say, right, this packet of crisps today goes to the person who does 5 upsells. Tomorrow I come with a 100 Rand note. I go, right, who wants this 100 Rand note? First person to sell 5 retail products comes and claims the 100 Rand note. Next I arrive with a 2-liter Coke, the worst thing on the planet, but it works, by the way. So I arrive with a 2-liter Coke. First person to do this gets the 2-liter. First person to get a Google review today gets this 2-liter Coke. Little competitions, not only do they add to the fun, but they get everybody excited. And you put that Coke for everybody to see. And I'll make a little sign, say, who's taking this home today? Okay, so simple little things like that, all of these things contribute together and they will get you to doubling your revenue. Okay, right. So we're done. Those are your 6 tips. So I would like to hear from all of you today. Which one or all of them, by the way, has excited you the most? Nicola, I would like to hear from you because you said your plan was done. How has this helped and contributed towards your plan that you already had in place? Has it taken you off course a little bit? Is it going to make you pivot slightly? Remember, pivoting means going off course a bit, but helping you to get to the end goal anyway. Summary, plan and upsell. Nice. Okay, good. Nice, Lucia, therapist competition. Cool. Okay. Upsell strategies and competitions, therapist competition. Okay, nice. The Christmas buying environment. I didn't realize how impactful it is. And yes, a competition for the therapists. Yep. I need to add steps 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. All of them. Therapist daily competition. All of them. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Therapist daily competition. Amazing. Stunning, stunning. Okay. Well, that's brilliant. Fahima, upsell, finance plan, and environment. Yep. Okay. So yes, I hope, no, well, not I hope. Nicola, I already did the breakdown for each day. We have extended the hours. We're going big on voucher sales. I have the gift boxes ready, but the therapist competition will definitely work. Okay, brilliant. So Nicola is like pretty much ready to go. Very proud of you. Well done. So then, Nicola, you should be well on your way to doubling those targets that have been set for you. And now with a little bit of extra things, a big fat competition and a little daily one, that should take the double targets home, right? Amazing. Cool, cool. Okay, so I'll do the phone thing in a minute. So here comes the bad news, everyone. These 6 tips are totally useless. Okay? It's bad news followed by good news. They're totally useless if 2 things. 1, the early bird catches the worm. This means if you wait too long to implement this, you're going to lose that buying market. So yeah, there is a whole lot of people that leave their Christmas buying to the last minute, but I want to tell you that they are the much smaller percentage. There's people that start as early as right now, and the sooner you've created the environment, the quicker you're going to catch that person. Now, remember, it's the first person to catch the buyer. So it's like this bird with a worm. Because remember, once somebody's bought from you, their present is bought. That's it. No matter where they go, they're not going to buy that particular person another present. It's done. So it's whoever gives them the idea first, puts them in the right frame of mind for buying first, creates the environment. It's the first business to do that is the one that is going to get it. Then the second point, if you don't have an effective marketing and communications campaign, that is all useless. So that means that if you don't communicate this to your clients, how are they going to know that you've got the gifting? You've got to tell them. Okay, so that is very, very, very important as well. Now, I want to quickly tell you about 2 ways in which we can support you with the marketing. The first one is I have tons and tons of people saying to me, oh my word, I spent so much time going through my monthly marketing to try and come up with great copy. Takes me forever to do. Oh, where do I find the right hashtags? People are hucking me about making sure that I've got the right hashtags. It takes me hours, or I have to pay too much money to somebody to be able to come up with great and meaningful content. So what we have created for you is a tool that can help you, give you more time, It helps you stress less. It helps you save money ultimately, because now you're not paying out fortunes of money to be able to get this kind of content done. And it gives you a very clear and concise guidance and plan. Okay, this is, some of you know this very well. You can take out your phones and scan the QR code. It is our November, we do this every month, by the way. So it's our November marketing calendar. You get a day by day. So this is how powerful this calendar is. Every single day has a theme, some content creation, the actual caption that you are going to use for the day, together with the hashtags. All you need to do is adapt it. Some of them, I have clients who say they can use them as they are, lots of them. Others need to adapt and tweak it, a word here and there. Let's say they're an aesthetic clinic or they're a resort spa. They need to just adapt it to suit their particular spa and where they are. The nice part of this calendar is that I have some clients who actually use professional companies to create their content for them. And these companies are getting hold of us for the content that's inside these calendars, because they say it makes their life so much easier. They get a starting point with which to create their content around. Okay, so it's a $30 or a 600 Rand spend. It really is nothing compared to the hours that you would spend or the money that you would need to pay somebody to get this kind of content. Okay, and then just to give you a heads up, we are going to bundle December and January's together, because I find that people get so wrapped up in December that they forget about January and they wait till the middle of January to start. So we're going to bundle December and Jan's marketing calendars for you so that you are super prepared for January already. Okay. The second thing I want to talk to you about is to prepare, because not all of you on this call are members of our Spa Professionals Guild community. If you are not, I want to motivate you by just showing you very quickly what is covered. And I need to change your mindset a little bit. This is not a course, okay? Because people often say to me, well, how quickly can I finish the course? This is a membership that you choose how long you want to stay on this for. But the reason you are on here is for access to the course contents, but you don't have to treat it as a course. You can, for example, go into the staff module, okay? The staff module, by the way, has everything from A to Z about your team, meaning effective communication, praise sandwiches, managing conflicts and complaints, how to implement daily revenue planners, and more, like tons. There's probably over 100 templates that you can use in this module on its own. Then we move to human resources, induction plans, job descriptions, therapist treatment matrices, KPI templates, performance reviews, exit interviews. When you're hiring somebody, what is the checklist that you need when you're hiring them? Your interview questions, how to perform an effective trade test, and. Operations, front desk checklists, mystery guest evaluations with questionnaires to send to those mystery guests. There's tons here. The daily business analysis. Then we move to marketing and sales. What are the sales areas in your business? Client acquisition, client retention, loyalty programs, social media. Can you see everything on here? Getting your ads right the first time. How to run effective Instagram stories, reels, influencer marketing. What are the different online strategies that you can have in your business right now? Revenue management is setting financial goals. What is an average docket value? Cashing up, tracking your expenses, and this. I mean, I can be here for months if I have to go through what's included in there. Okay, so I'm just going to put it up here for you so that you can scan it and it takes you straight to where you can enroll to become a member. The great part of this is that you've got access to all of that, plus our valuable coaching sessions, as well as we've got a private Facebook group where there's a lot of resources on there. So over and above in your back end of where you're a member, there is on that Facebook group, as we update any documents, so we upload them to that group. So it's easy for you to find any updated docs. Okay. So you can scan that QR code and it can also take you through straight to where you can join us. All right, everybody. That's the end of that. I am going to ask you to do 2 more things. Okay. One is I'm going to take you back to this page. Where we? Yeah. And I'd like to ask you please to do me all a little favor. If you can scan this QR code, so now you're allowed to take out your phones, by the way. Now that they've been sleeping for 35 minutes, scan the QR code and it's going to take you to our Google review page. And you don't have to do it now, but I would really appreciate a Google review about how you felt about today's session. Has it given you clear direction? Did it give you some input? And did it motivate you? Did it inspire you? I would just love some input and some reviews. That would be so, so much appreciated. Okay. All right. Then before you all get going, last thing I'm going to do, that's going to take 1 second. So I'm going to stop sharing. Bye, Kim. I know you have to go. Cheers, darling. So I'm going to stop sharing now. And I'd like you all to switch your cameras on because I would just love to take one picture of all of us together. Oh, Janelle's in the gym. Hello, darling. That is commitment, Janelle. You're in the gym. And Nikki, you're at work. Nice. Good. Okay, everybody, please put on your cameras. I just want to take a quick picture of us all on this beautiful day, having this call together. Oh, Lucia, so nice to see you. And Tracy, awesome. Nice, nice. Oh, Renelle's in her car. Are you in your car, Renelle? Yes. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Joyce is focused with her earphones on. That's super cool. Okay, come everybody, just for 1 second, put your cameras on. I want to see all your beautiful faces. Hello, lovely Melissa. Nice to see you, sweetheart. And if you've got access to any Christmas props, now would be a good time to put it on so that I don't look like the only Christmas elf here. I'm going to put these glasses on for this photo for a change. Okay. Can I get a picture of everybody, please? Yes, Janelle, we want to see you. You can pick up some weights, Janelle, so we can see you pumping some iron there while we're having our meeting. All right, everybody, are you ready? Big smiles, please. Cheers. Divine, got it. Okay, everyone, thanks for your time. If you can write, please go into the chat box and just say your goodbye. Also, 1 word to describe how you're feeling after today's session. And love you lots, everybody. I'll chat to you all super soon. Nice, Fahima, said Amped. Great, Teresa. I'm glad you loved those ideas. Awesome, Ronelle. Now, everyone, you have to go and implement, hey, because I want the feedback. And the feedback that needs to come back to me is, yes, Marisa, I doubled my target. Do we have a deal, guys? Yes. Deal. Good. A pleasure, Nicola. Was awesome to have you on. JJ was also stunning to have you on. Nice. Okay, everybody. Have the best afternoon. Ciao, ciao.